give it to you right all night. No, we ain't never gonna stop. I never had it like this before. No, gotta keep it together. Yeah, that's right. It's a real good, a sexual fight. Give it to you all night, right?
I'ma take you some love and sweet delicious taste. Only you, I'm so gifted. See the blood on the wings.
And I swear, him and his guitar player were trying to get me to the after party, but I said, I'm a good girl. I ain't gonna do that. I'm sorry.
She said, I know what's happening there. I'm gonna stay home.
You don't know what kind of stuff they gonna do. You know, I might have to whoop up some wind chum. That's so nasty.
She said her name like she famous and shit. Like we supposed to know who the hell she is already.
Hey, that's how you waving off every. DISCRIMINATIon Marie.
She said her name. Go ahead, bro.
DISCRIMINATIon Marie.
She said her name like she
DISCRIMINATIon Marie.
famous and shit. Like we supposed to know who the hell she is already.
Down the road. That's when I knew I had it.
She said her name like she famous and shit. Like we supposed to know who the hell she is already.
Hey, that's how you.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, everybody? How you doing? Welcome to the show from her point of view with the lovely DISCRIMINATIon Marie.
Hello. How are you?
Your girl LeeLee, and we have Miss Lizzie.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome to the show. How you doing?
Good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing well. Feeling great.
Good.
How you feeling, Miss DeAja?
I'm doing great today. I'm excellent. Nice. Glad it was a nice day, so that's always great. Real quick before we jump in, I do want to remind everyone that if you want to be a guest on the show, you can email us at herpointofview@aol.com. And also Miss LeeLee.
And also to follow us. Help me on that part because I done
With the
brain farted on
sponsors.
my
Same thing.
our sponsors. Yes,
Yeah.
definitely check out our sponsor, which is Isaidit Management, and follow Isaidit on Facebook and you know what, on all platforms because he's on YouTube and other platforms, Instagram, Twitter.
Yep. And if you want to be a sponsor on the show as well, or a sponsor of the show as well, you can email us at herpointofview@aol.com as well. And go, Miss Lizzie, go ahead and please introduce yourself and let everybody know how they can get to know you a little bit.
Hello. So my name's Lizzie Smith. You can find me on Instagram, Lizzie Martinez 2015 on Twitter, All 30 Acres Girl, Facebook, Lizzie Martinez 1000. And I'm usually at conventions, so I'm all over the place.
I saw that on your flyer you had those 4 books. What are those titles and stuff like that?
Oh, I have Beautifully Unkept Girl. Which is based on fiction, nonfiction. I have Lost in Emotion. It's poetry, Concussion, Symptoms of Poetry, and Bittersweet Symphony. And I do comics. And the first one I ever did was called The Short Audition. And
okay, that was I like that. What's it called? Cover art. I like that cover art. That was nice.
Thank you. Yeah, it's based on what it's really like for little people trying to get into the entertainment industry. But I
very good.
Yeah,
that is excellent. That is very nice.
Go, girl.
Thank you.
Yes, I'm very excited to have you on the show today.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Well, we can, I guess, just hop on in then. Might as well.
Okay.
As LeeLee was saying, you can go ahead and tell us what your sign is, and your birthday, your sign.
I was born January 6th. I am a Capricorn.
Capricorn, come through, girl.
My best friend is yes. My best friend is a January Capricorn, and my sister and my dad are both. And 2 of my sisters and my dad are December Capricorns.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yep, my little sister and my younger sibling and my father are a day apart, December 28th and December 29th.
That's a lot of Capricorn.
Yes. My father isn't her father, but he, she loves him. He's always around with her as well. So he went to her graduation, stuff like that. So it was nice.
That's nice. Yeah, that's
my mama's Capricorn.
And remind. Oh, you said what?
My mama and my uncle are Capricorn.
Oh, okay.
I'm Sagittarius.
Yes.
And DeAja.
And I'm an Aries. My favorite thing to be.
Nice.
Very good.
Another thing I like to know a lot about usually is like, well, you were talking about your moon signs and stuff like that, but I wanted to look up again. I forgot to do it, but the what's it called? The life path numbers. Because I'm pretty sure mine is 9.
Oh
yeah. And
have either of you ever tried to look up yours?
No, I've never tried it.
Yeah, I looked up my life path number, and then you could also look up like who you're compatible with, what number to look out for.
My best friend does that really. She does it more in depth. She has something where if you get the birthday of the guy that you like, or the person that you like, if you get their birthday, then she can like pretty much tell you like to a T, like 3 different categories. I forget what they are though. I'm drawing a blank, of course, now that I want to talk about it, but it's real cool because like it just goes a little more in depth opposed to just, I think it's Aquarius and Aries are very good together or something like that. It's not just saying, oh, well, this person would be good for this person. It kind of tells you a little more who like friendship wise you should be with, love wise, stuff like that. So
Oh, that's very cool.
yeah. I always forget how she does it. Like you have to have the year too, though, I think. Like the date, the month, and the year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do we find that us ladies are doing more of the zodiac compatibility than the men? What do you think?
Yes. So I hear that a lot. Like a lot of guys that I talk to, they're like, I don't really know that stuff, or they maybe know their sign, but they don't really go into depth in depth with it, like more women would. But what do you think, Lizzie?
I think that more women are into it. I think guys, honestly, I don't think they really care as long as they're into the person. They don't really. It's like, okay, it's all right. That's great.
Right.
Signs, whatever.
You know what's confusing? They don't seem to care. They put off that anyway. But then it's funny. Who the heck you think then is writing their songs, their lyrics, and they mention zodiac signs? Because you've heard them.
You know what though? A lot of women write. A lot of people have ghostwriters, so they could have women.
Yeah, but it makes you think about them. But like, obviously, a guy didn't write your lyrics. It could, unless if you guys are not really into the astrology, is like you say, and it's not really a guy thing. You're trying to stereotype it as a female thing, which is not. But like they try to stereotype that. We're like, well, then obviously you gave it away that you don't write your lyrics because you're talking about Gemini. You talking about I'm a true Gemini. I'm like, what you know about being a true Gemini unless you're looking into it, sir?
That's true. That makes sense. But also too, a lot of them have like managers or lyrical people that do the research for them too. Maybe like that look into it. So they're figuring it out, but it just sounds good together. Or honestly, probably it just rhymes a lot of times.
Yeah.
They just threw it in there because it worked.
They want to sound like they reading all about the astrology. They ain't reading it.
Right.
You ain't reading shit.
They don't go a little. I definitely don't think they go in depth like us, like in depth to it. But I know a couple guys that at least knew their sign and stuff like that, but that's about it.
If they did, they would know that there's a sign.
That is like annoying. Sorry, boo. It's like a huge horsefly, and it's attacking me right now. It's steady coming by me. If y'all see me steady swatting at something, that's why.
Okay.
Oh,
it's almost as big as my body.
Don't bother me. Shoe fly. Don't bother me.
Like I told y'all earlier, I don't need to look any skinnier or any smaller. This fly finna get in the screen and be as big as my head.
Oh, girl, you perfect. You look fabulous. Do you think that men know that we are so self-conscious about the way we look?
You said, do you think we know? They know?
From your perspective, ladies, especially you, Miss Liz, did you ever encounter how guys that whether men, the opposite sex, because I have different titles, boys, guys, and men. Right. But do you find that the opposite sex, that they care less about how a woman looks, and women are the ones that care more about how they look than the men?
I think women seem to care more about how they look. I mean, there are actual men that actually care how their women look, but I call the man child that doesn't really care how the woman looks, just as long as, hey, I've got someone on my arm, and that's all they care about.
Like arm candy.
Exactly. There you go.
I was gonna say I was waiting. Oh my! You guys hear a weird echo?
No.
Yes, I do. Okay. I do.
You did hear it?
Yeah, I heard it.
Is it better now? Sorry about that.
Better.
But yes, yeah. I was gonna say I was waiting for Miss Lizzie to say her answer because I'm ready. I was ready for this question because I think that a lot of times, like guys that I've talked to, like don't really like when I wear makeup and stuff. Well, they not like it, but they always tell me like I look better without it. So I feel like that kind of they they don't realize like that part of it. Like when I put on makeup, it just enhances me and makes me feel a little, like spicier, not even like better or anything like that. It's just, I feel a little, like you're feeling yourself, you're into yourself a little more. And I was also going to say too, like there are some men that are more like that, but then women, or not women, but like, then people would call them more like conceited. You know what I mean? Like if they're too pretty boyish or, whatever. So a lot of times it depends on, because my ex was like that. So it was like, he always cared more about what he looked like. And it would he would take longer than me to get ready. And that's so annoying to me. So it's like, I'm not one to really, of course I care how I look, but I'm not a makeup all the time or getting my nails done all the time type of girl. Like I've never been like that. I'm really, not to say basic, but like I just dress I'm just chill, like laid back, I guess you would say. Like I don't have to have
with that.
But
no, we all good today. We all chilling like a villain.
Right.
Well, see, and then I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
So my ex was more into, he didn't want me to look. I never used to wear a lot of makeup because if I started to get attention, he would get upset.
Oh my goodness.
So I after we ended our relationship, I started wearing makeup because I'm like, you know what? I'm going to make myself look better, feel better. And it kind of makes you, to me, sometimes when women wear makeup, it kind of gives you like a different persona. Like you take on, it's almost like a different role. You see yourself totally different. Like you're almost acting, And,
excuse me.
Bless you. So it's like you're a totally different person, and that's
I like an alter ego. Yeah. Like same type of thing. It's like you get to just feel fancy, like when little girls when they get to play dress up. It's kind of like that. Like I actually say that a lot with modeling and acting and stuff. Like that's why I loved acting, because I was a model so long, and I'm a beauty queen as well from 2018. And
congratulations.
It was thank you. It was always just so much having to wear makeup and I literally would go backstage as soon as we were done and like take off my eyelashes, take off the nails, like just be done with it. And one time I did that and I took off my eyelashes and we get backstage. I took off like soon as we got behind the curtain, I'm like, took them both off. They're like, we have to do interviews. I was like, well, they're about to see the real DeAja today, and just went back out there like, I don't know what to tell you. I just had to get the glue off a little bit, or whatever happens.
Right.
What type of like feedback did your ex give you? He just said negative things. Did he bring you down? Nothing, no uplifting.
No, it was hard because there was more than just him in the relationship. It was more of his family involved in the relationship. So if he said something negative, then they agreed with him. So it kind of didn't help my self-esteem. So I didn't wear makeup. But I feel like a weight lifted off my shoulder. So I'm more of a makeup girl every day. I'm like, let me try experiment. Let me see what happens if I do it this way. And I'm trying to change who I used to be to who I want to be, who I used to be before I even met the person.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's a good way. That's definitely a good way to do it. You get to, it's like a breath of fresh air and just being able to refill yourself again, like, or getting a weight off your shoulder, like you said. Like it's just nice to be something new. Try something different.
Or just refreshing yourself. Refreshing yourself. I mean, I think that there's sometimes, especially there's guys who assume that us females only put on makeup for other females. Then there are some guys who think that we put on makeup because only we have low self-esteem. I'm like, listen, boo-boo, that is not. There's so many reasons why a person would put on makeup. Lots of reasons. It doesn't come just down to one thing. It's like,
Exactly.
and
Exactly.
the fact that somebody would have to break it down to the guys. I said, listen, do you see me asking why you get your sideburns cut that way, sir?
Thank you. Or when they go get a lining and all that stuff. Like, y'all do stuff to try to make y'all stuff look better too.
Yeah. And then they say something like, who you trying to impress?
Or
I'm like,
jewelry and all that. Or putting on cologne. Who you smelling good for? But you don't want me to look good.
Okay,
Right.
I have a question for you ladies. I have a question for you both. How does it make you feel if your man does not dress up for you? If you can dress up for your man, how does it make you feel if the other party doesn't dress up for you?
I've never.
That's a good question. It's like it does depend on where you're going, I think. Because let's
You mean
face
like
it.
for like a special event? Or
Like
When
if
you
it's
wake
for
up
like
and you put on makeup in the morning, like what would you want your guy to do for you? If you're gonna wake up, do your makeup, do your looking cute all day long, what would you want your man to do for you in the morning besides just I'm gonna throw on a t-shirt and jeans and I'm good to go?
Liz,
Okay.
you already know. Can I just say that I would like him to go full wild orchid on my butt.
Oh my
Yes,
goodness, here you go.
Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
But I don't know. But no, I think for me it's the cologne that gets me. I would
Okay.
definitely say that. It's cologne that
Okay.
gets me. Like when you just smell so good, like I don't want to get away from you. It's, oh, yes.
Mhm.
But I'm big on like, I don't know. It's like I think more or less it would be more for me. I'm a more feelings type person. So
Okay.
it's more like feel like lovey-dovey, or that's my biggest thing, like touch. So it's like
Right.
I don't really care what you do unless like Lee kind of like LeeLee was getting to, unless it's like we're going out
Mhm.
somewhere or doing something. But
Right.
like
Right.
if we're just hanging out around the house, like how
Mhm.
guys would want us well, I don't even know. That's another question for next, but the I just lost my train of thought.
It's okay. It'll come back.
Right.
It's all
Look,
good.
I'm like, it'll come when I least expect it.
I saw that on your flyer it said that you was a life coach.
Oh yeah, I've done life coach, but I do better with relationship coaches.
With your relationship counseling?
Yes.
Wow.
How is it? How is it?
Right.
I've done worked with several individuals so far. So, and I start with the free consultations, 30-minute consultation, just to kind of decide if we're a good match together. Because it otherwise I don't want to work with somebody and they probably don't want to work with me if we just bump heads over everything.
Right.
But
That makes sense.
I love helping people, and if that helps them in their relationship move forward or separate or do what they have to do, then that's what I love to do.
Do you mostly do your sessions on like video messenger or a Zoom or some means to like
I do
video?
Skype. I've done Skype. I did Zoom once, but usually I do it by Skype. I
Okay.
counsel service at
That's
Gmail.
I like that.
hmm
And so you make it very accessible. Very good. Very good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Well, people feel comfortable in their homes right now, so and since everything
That's
right
true.
now, right, everybody's safe. You can do face to face, and everybody's comfortable in their own environment.
Yeah.
Do you find that there's a certain time of the year that people start to have relationship issues? Like the numbers go up?
Actually, yes. It's
Oh,
usually around Mother's Day, Valentine's Day, and Christmas.
wow.
hmm
Wow. Excuse me. all the stuff we do for all the
Any
women.
analysis as to
mostly
why that
women's
is?
stuff.
Well, it's almost like the only thing that I can put together from listening to other women And some men, I have talked to some men who their partner won't participate. So I have talked one-on-one to men, and it's they just feel like the passion, the fire is burning out. And but it's like, why pick a holiday? Why you're making it, don't focus some like, oh, I've decided I'm leaving you on Valentine's Day. Why don't
Right,
you pick a
right,
different day? You don't want to leave that mark on a woman or a man on a holiday. Don't do that to them. And that's
Right.
my
exactly.
biggest thing that I try to talk to people about. If you know you're having problems and you know you really don't want to fix it, don't use an excuse or a holiday to be like, oh, by the way, I just met so and so and goodbye. No, don't do that.
Right, exactly. That's like same type of thing like with certain songs and stuff you'll hear. Like there's still songs that just irk my nerves because of like a situation I went through with someone
Right.
that reminded me of that song or something like that. Like I
Oh
still
yeah.
get certain songs or something like, and then
Mhm.
after a breakup, it takes time to like, especially if you don't move from where you were. That was really hard on me. I was staying where me and my ex, he left, and I still was staying there for like over a year. And
Right.
it was just everywhere I went, it was like to the grocery store, this or that. Like it was just so much a reminder of everything that
Right.
it was just, it got frustrating. But now, luckily, I mean, I'm over it now. But
Right.
but let me really quick, ladies. I will be right back. I have to step away for 2 seconds, and I will jump right back in. But you all
Okay.
be right back.
All right. I have a question. Do you think that male counselors
Yes.
have?
All right, were you asking both? She was saying, were you asking both us the question? That's it.
Oh no, I'm asking Liz because you said you had to step away.
Right. I didn't go because we're about to go to intermission in a second anyway. So I was like,
Oh, is that what you stepping away for? I thought you were stepping away by yourself. I'm sorry, boo.
no,
I
I was
keep
gonna
this
step away
going.
by myself, but I forgot the intermission was almost here. We about halfway through,
Okay.
so we'll be taking a short break here, really quick, and you guys enjoy the commercial, and we will be
Hang in there,
back
everybody.
with you guys in just a moment. Talk to you all soon.
And these are my official sponsors. Shout out to business owner Dolores Green on Facebook, and please go visit her at hairbossbiz.com. You can contact her directly at hairbossbiz@gmail.com. Also, shout out to CEO of MIA Entertainment Group, film, TV, and producer, the legendary Mimi Acosta. Shout out to business owner and podcast host Sophia Latrice. She has a spa in Plainfield, Illinois, and visit her website at lenicealex.com. Shout out to CEO and radio personality Cantone. You can visit his website at streetscienceradio.com. Shout out to author and animation commercial creator Linda Gregory. You can visit her website at lilyb.com. Shout out to business owner, the elite reader and licensed phlebotomist, Cherie Patterson. Call her directly at 469-340-6489. And shout out to author with both her audiobook and hard copy novel Through the Eyes of Nitsi, Denise Donnerson. Order her book today on Amazon. The celebrity interviewer, I said it, and I approve this message.
Well, hello again.
Hello.
Welcome back, everybody. How you doing?
Good to see you all back.
We're back. We're about to drive. Go ahead. Do your thing. Do your thing.
You go right ahead, boo. I talked a lot in the beginning.
Oh, no. It's been a balance. Lord, thank you for this balance.
Yes, ma'am.
My question, I think that before we took the break was, do you find that male counselors, there's a sort of a clear difference between how they approach helping relationships versus how a female relationship counselor would approach helping a couple? Is it more direct and rigid? Do you find that? I mean, have you ever talked to any?
Yes, I have talked to male counselors. Now, to me, I think women have more of that maternal instinct, which kind of, I think, helping both parties, the male and the female.
Yes.
And as far as the male, it's either they go along with their the male counterpart, and they forget about a woman's needs most times.
Yeah.
So I prefer women, and I'm sure there are men that say I prefer a male. That's great, but that doesn't help all the time when it comes to counseling with couples, because sometimes you have men who favor the man instead of helping the couple. So
Right.
And what don't you think that they would want to have if a man wants to seek out, advice on his wife or his fiance or his girlfriend or whatever? Wouldn't he want to speak to someone who could communicate those feelings and emotions that obviously he is not connected to?
Exactly. Yeah.
But if he doesn't have those emotions to begin with, and he doesn't understand, that's why they're in counseling, because he clearly doesn't understand. Then why would he go to a woman if he's not? We think in all different directions, the who, what, where, when, how, and 5 steps ahead. Men are like one step just at that moment.
And I think it does depend on the guy, obviously, because don't you find that that are very intuitive?
Yes, there are some. Yes.
And they're in tune with their emotions.
Yes.
A lot of times I've seen when men are raised around women, or like by their grandparents or like grandma, things like that, they're a little more, you can kind of see a little more of that, where if it's a lot of times when they do have their father, they get that more manly, assertive type, where it's just, a lot of times, and it's really hard. It sucks because men don't get to, they're called weak if they show their emotions, or if they, things like that. So it's like a constant battle of trying to not appear weak or whatever, or emotional, things like that, but still be able to be in tune with your emotions.
Right.
Very, very.
So what do you say to what would you say to those guys out there that want to know, dang, why does my woman seem unhappy and now she ain't giving me no sex?
Right, exactly. Very true. That's what I like. That's That's a good one because it's like,
Well, a
of
lot of
course,
times I think that they should talk to, talk to the woman, their wife or fiance or whoever that female is in their life. Talk to them, find out, and if that person's just refusing, okay, you know what? If you truly love somebody, you will go out of your way, even if it's to
exactly,
inconvenience yourself. You will go out of your
exactly.
way, and you will find, babe, do we need a counselor? I will go to counseling because I want us to work out.
Right,
I'm
right.
willing to do anything. If you don't have someone to do that, then there's something wrong.
Or
Yeah.
how about sex therapy?
Communication.
Did you
What was that?
suggest? Yeah. Sex therapy.
Oh, right. Yep. I was gonna
I
say
used to do that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, Liz, I you and I have way too much in common when it comes to that stuff. I don't know what it is. I think wild orchid.
I'm an Aries, so I don't know. I don't have very much trouble in that department.
Listen,
Well, I
Deja,
used to
have
do
you
that
ever
in
seen
Michigan.
it? Have you ever seen? Hold on, I gotta help her out here. Have you ever seen Wild Orchid, the film, 1989 film?
Wild Orchid? No, I have not. I'm gonna type that in to watch it. You said Wild Orchid?
Yes, give it a chance. Listen, it came out in 1989.
I like old
Clearly, you're going to see that the writers of 50 Shades of Grey were definitely inspired by this movie.
I'm gonna love it.
Thank you, Liz, for introducing it to me yesterday. I don't know. I think I was living under a rock because I am a movie head, and this kind of film. I don't know how I had that one. Listen, you know what, Deja?
Good already. From what I was
this film could teach the cinematographers of 50 Shades how to really capture it.
Oh, okay. I'm excited now.
Girl,
tonight.
If your lips don't start shivering, your legs don't start quivering, and you don't feel the squeeze because you got to squeeze your legs, you're like, Lord
right,
Jesus.
you got to squeeze them together a little bit. Like, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, it was truly 50 Shades before 50 Shades.
It is, and the thing is, they clearly got inspired. It is definitely original still, but they got inspired because, and I could tell straight up, Deja, Liz, as a person who just, we're obviously we're all engulfed in film, we're actresses, we're really engulfed in this stuff. But what I've noticed is that with 50 Shades, the writers must have gotten inspired by this Wild Orchid. And Deja, you're gonna check it out and watch it. They also got inspired by Twilight because there was a lot of words, dialogue that was in Twilight that is in 50 Shades. If you look at it, and go figure, the lead actor in 50 Shades is a Taurus, and so is the lead actor Robert Pattinson.
You and these signs, you love it.
Mickey Rourke is in Wild Orchid. Yeah.
Is it a male or a female?
Mickey. He's an actor. He's male.
Oh, okay. Well, I meant the what were you saying? Both of the producers are Taurus?
No, both the lead actors. The lead actor in 50 Shades, he's a Taurus, and then the lead actor in Twilight is Taurus too. And they say a lot of the same things in their dialogue. It's kind of like, somebody that a writer got inspired.
My friend is a Taurus, and he be finding like really good shows, good movies. Like he's like in touch or in tune with whatever they got going. I guess it's the Taurus thing.
Deja, you don't need to do nothing. You just watch the dang film and it happens, girl. I don't know what it did. I looked at Liz like this was me. I couldn't even reach for the popcorn. I'm just like, whoa, whoa.
Like, I don't even want to take my eyes
off now. Wait. Stop the tape. Stop it.
You gotta cover the kids' eyes and stuff. Like, wait a minute. Watch out.
No, they would. No, kids cannot. Their kids can't even be present.
Right, that's what I'm saying. You can tell. But I thought it was gonna be just like a regular little movie, though.
But what's great about it is afterwards, Lee and I were talking about, wouldn't it be great if, like, even in 50 Shades, if the roles were reversed? And then I told her, if she thinks about it, Beautifully Unkept Girl, since it's not fiction, nonfiction, is based on that. It kind of...
Oh, it's a book. Okay. Is it?
Yeah,
you said it's a book.
Right.
Okay.
It's her book. She wrote it, and it's a
Oh,
good
yes.
read.
don't
Okay,
show
that's
up.
why it sounded familiar. That's why it
Yep.
sounded familiar.
Yes.
I was like,
Yep.
wait a minute, that didn't sound familiar.
Yep. So it's I did the whole role reversal on it, but it's
Oh,
fiction, nonfiction. Yeah.
I love that you have these books. I cannot read books because when I read, I get sleepy every time. Like I'll read like 2 pages and be like in the book, like why is I'm asleep? I wake up like, dang, DeAja, we did it again. I don't know what it is about reading. It just it
Right.
makes me so tired all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Can you do your books on audio? What's it called? The audio.
Oh, I haven't done that yet. Yeah, I can. Yeah, right now they're just on Amazon. You know,
Okay.
you can get them as a Kindle or as a print book.
Oh, okay. My mom has a Kindle.
Yep.
We'll have to check that out.
And I'm working on
Maybe on the Kindle I could. What was that?
I'm working on book 2 of Beautifully Unkept. It's called Beautifully Twisted. It's the other half of it.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
You have to talk to my mom. She wants to write a book about her life and she never knows where to start. She's always like, she just wants to do it. And she's always like, I need to do it before it gets too late. And she just wants us to have something to remember and learn her story and stuff like that. So I always tell her I wanted to help her get started with it. But I didn't know where to start either. I've never done anything like that. So it's nice that I got to meet you. I'll have to pick your brain a little more soon.
Yes, of course, anytime.
That's awesome. That is really. But I was going to say, I think maybe on the Kindle I can read it. Maybe I'll stay awake because maybe I don't know what it is about
in there. It's got pictures in there.
Oh, really? Okay, that helps a little bit too, maybe.
Yeah.
But yes, if you don't know, here's Beautifully Unkept Girl. This is what it looks like.
Okay, good. Beautiful.
Yeah, I was blurring out. So, thank you.
This is mostly right here. So that's what it looks like. It's available on Amazon to purchase. Then there's Lost in Emotion.
And now that was the poetry one, correct?
That's my poetry. Yep.
Then there is the Concussion.
Oh, so nice. You're such a good friend. Support.
And then here, thank you. And then here is the Bittersweet Symphony. Wait, it could not.
There we go. Oh, I love the masquerade mask. I want to do a masquerade, like fashion show type thing. So.
Oh,
I have jewelry that matches actually the masks, which LeeLee has. Yeah, I make bracelets and earrings, and that matches the little. Yeah, I don't know if it'll show up on the screen, but it's not going to show up. It's metal. No. Of course it's not. Oh, no.
Oh, a little bit. Oh,
yeah, a little bit. A little bit. There you go. Oh,
I love it.
We've got keychains, necklaces, bracelets,
earrings.
That is beautiful. I love it. I love the little masquerade masks. I've always loved those. Like my mom has she used to have the real like porcelain mask ones though, where you could like tie them on we used to walk around with them on our heads and stuff. It was used to be so. And she trusted, I don't know how she trusted us enough, but we didn't break them. She actually still has them.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
We knew to be those and the porcelain dolls. She did not play about her porcelain dolls. And she had, the old fashioned china cabinet. So it was real safe in there. But.
Is it different? Is it from your perspective, or since this is called your point of view, how's your point of view as far as being a gorgeous little lady like yourself? Do the men treat you differently?
Actually, yes, they do. And the other thing is, which I don't know if you two know, I'm a body language expert. So
I'm an empath. I feel like I'm good at, I read body language and feeling emotion, energy pretty well. Yeah. Definitely.
So, but I have men that I don't want to say ignorant. I'm trying to find a nicer word.
Ignorant.
That wasn't they weren't brought up better. Okay. We'll say that.
No home training.
Right. So I've come across men that love because I'm shorter, I have a big butt.
Yep. Oh, that's
God gifted me with
I've heard that before. Yep. Yep.
Right.
That's God.
So,
That's God.
He knew what he was
I'm
doing.
Moses, but you're God.
yeah. So, but there's men that you think that are into you, and they look at your height. It's almost like a fetish thing. So it automatically because what I get told is you don't have to get on your knees, and then you get the gesture from the guys of what they want to do to you.
They would have got punched in that throat.
Well,
what is wrong with people? Or kick something. I would have headbutt him where he wanted me to go. Now,
that part.
So it is harder, I think, in a way. I mean, unless you have there are rare men that are like, you know what, I don't care what you look like. I don't care, you're a person. But you have a lot of other people, probably 90% of other men out there who are like, oh my God, you know what? I've never been with a little person. Let's see what it's all about. No, I'm not a toy. We're not going to try
right,
this.
You're like,
no.
you're not going to get to try me out. What?
Right. I don't walk around talking to all the people. Right. Be like, let me try you and you and you. No, I don't do that.
Oh goodness.
Mm-hmm.
That was a great question. That was a good one.
Thanks.
I think that they need to be taught at a younger age, ahead of time, that yes, there are little people and little women, little guys, and how to treat them.
That's
and
not
the
that
other thing too.
I mean, everybody gets it. Like I've had, men say little stupid stuff, and then they go towards, like you said, they'll gesture. Or I actually had a man tell me that he wanted to drink my bath water before, and it was the most disgusting thing. I was like, how is that cute to you? Like, why did we even think about this? Like,
yeah, exactly.
And I don't know, there's really no clean way to ask this, but I'm gonna try. Have you ever had a guy make a joke, or he kind of looked like he was dead serious? Like, you have to just bear with me. I'm gonna say this as clean as possible while we're on the show. That you try to go to that you gotta go tinkle. And he says, you can tinkle in my.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. No. That's a fetish thing.
Have you ever heard that question? Have you ever heard them say that?
Yeah, I've never heard them say that. Nobody's ever said that to me. But that is a real life.
Well, that was good. No one said that to you because I
don't know. I'm like, I think they saw like she ain't that one's not gonna work with her. No,
yeah.
Now, as women who us three obviously were empaths, and we reread body language. It sounds like, of course, this is a beautiful platform that is bringing a lot of educated, mature women together, which it says that this is a bunch of educated, mature women, and it's doing just that. It's very successful. So if the audience hears things that are presented to them that they've probably never heard before, what's one of the things that you want them to be aware of?
Wow. I think if you approach little people like myself, don't come off and ask if we're hobbits or say, I've seen you people. Okay. You people is not like what you see on TV, on reality shows. I've been called you people. I've seen you people. No, I see you people too, but I mean, don't compare.
That's another story.
Right? Yeah, we're not the Seven Dwarfs. We're not hobbits. We're people, and we need to be treated just like everybody else. There needs to be more diversity for little people.
Right. And
do you ladies find that some fetishes are mental disorders?
You said, what was the beginning part? I didn't hear. I just heard mental disorder.
Do you ladies find that some fetishes that men have could be a sign of a mental disorder?
I don't know, because I know a lot of men that have foot fetishes. Have you ever guys? What about the spit in your mouth thing? I don't know why that just came to my head, but that is something I don't know. I can't like
that is
kissing. It's a little different. Like if a little bit of spit like gets in your mouth while you're like kissing, but you're not gonna just be like and just
Does
like
does he open your mouth and spit in it?
No.
Okay, if a guy opens your mouth and tells you to open your mouth and he spits in it, it's a sign that he wants to mark you. Like he wants to own you.
Oh, I didn't know that. See, that must be why too, because
girl, original sin.
That is not happening.
Original sin.
I was saying, what kind of voodoo type stuff? No, I'm good. I do not need to be mixing all that. I already mixed enough. Spit, like that is nasty. I don't know. I don't have kids yet, but I like my little sister. Like I couldn't even do her spit, and I loved the heck out that little girl. Like, or my sibling. I loved him so much, and it was just terrible that like I don't know. That's the one thing I can't do is spit. It was just weird.
That's another person and everything, and other viruses going around. You don't want.
Well, that too. Yeah, that's a lot harder nowadays too.
Well, I think too, some people just they've never done it before. And some people, it may not be a mental thing. Let me just try it because I've never done it before. Just to get it like sure. People change their hair color. You know,
right,
I want to go blue today.
Or trying something new in the bedroom, like just to try something. But like that takes it a little far. That's like that.
If it's consistent behavior.
Right. If it's consistent, yes.
And yeah. I mean, honestly, I would say only if it was a problem, because I don't think that a fetish is really a mental disorder. It could be something. Well, I mean, I don't. Obviously, I'm not a professional, but I just think that maybe like sometimes, because you know how like with certain things you would think like a lot of times like when someone gets molested or things like that, then they have issues. I mean, growing up and things like that. So it could be something like that, maybe like it was like a block or something like with their family, like maybe their mom or something like that. And then they got a fetish because of something like that is what I'm trying to say. Like, but I don't know if it
depends on the fetish, because I mean, some people consider, I mean, to me, what would be a mental disorder is adult content being played. Since this is a show, I'm trying to do this delicately. Between a man and woman, or man and man, or woman to woman, and I hope you guys know where I'm going with that. I think that is a mental disorder.
Really?
Yes, I do.
Watching it while you're doing
it? The reason my ex and I are no longer together was because he preferred what he couldn't have, and he treated it as if it was reality. So he dropped me for something he couldn't have.
Wow.
So to me, that is a mental disorder. If you're going to drop a live person for something you'll never have, that's mental.
That's kind of like them sex robots and stuff like that. Like that, I think that's some type of, there's something wrong there. If you need a sex robot, like that's a little much.
What would you say to guys who are afraid? What do you say to guys who are afraid to go to sex therapy? I mean, they should be comfortable. How do you get them comfortable, ladies? Tell them.
I don't know. I've never.
I did it in Michigan. So we talked about the process of, and it was, I usually did it with the couple, and it wasn't like they had actual intercourse or anything, but it was, you had to set guidelines, and we had them sit close together, her facing him and their legs kind of wrapped around each other's waist. And we set boundaries, and there was, they touched each other, and, they just brushed faces, and you just kind of do the little romantic stuff. But it was nothing like we're going to make out session, nothing like that. But you got to we taught them, I taught them to set boundaries, what they liked, what they didn't like. Because sometimes the partner was afraid to tell the other person what they liked and what they didn't like. I mean, they're like, oh, I just want to make them happy, and it's not my thing, but I just want to make them happy, and
they'll just do it. But then it's like, no, because then now they're gonna expect it more if they liked it, and now you just made it now you're making yourself uncomfortable every time.
Right.
So yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. That's
Well,
pretty cool.
if you don't mind me asking, ladies, what's your favorite spot? Not the spot. I mean, like before we get far.
My neck.
The neck.
My neck, or like right behind my ear part. That it gets me every time. I'd be like, woo! Be running and stuff like, no, get out of me.
See, I like when a guy can speak good Spanish in my ear, and you just feel like the lips barely touch the skin and roll across the neck. I'm like, oh, I don't care what you say to me at this point. Just keep going.
I like certain accents too, but it definitely, like, I don't know. That was a good one. But I think that was a good one. But I think mine would still be right behind my ear. What's yours, LeeLee? We got like 1 minute.
Yeah, the neck, man. I think that the guys need to respect the neck.
I said earlier, though, I'm a very touchy, like lovey-dovey type person. So that's just what I do anyway. Like what's it called? Foreplay. That's what it's called. I'm like, look, I don't know.
I'm all for that too. In some cultures, they highlight that.
Right.
You know, the foreplay and the whole process versus getting to it, which particularly in Asian culture, you'll find that in, you know, Japanese culture, Korean culture, Chinese culture. They, till this day, they still some people call them rigid and uptight. It's not that, it's that they appreciate every second, just like they appreciate their tea time. Their tea time is everything. And in traditional Chinese culture, the length of hair was very important to them because it was them cutting their hair is kind of like cutting them off from once they were at birth, and when they get any shorter, they call it like you're a nun. You're becoming a nun. Your hair is short. So if you're cutting it short, it's like you're a nun. But but that's traditional Chinese culture. They've come very far. They're not really that way. But you know, that the point is that there's still some cultures today that their men are the way that they are when it comes to taking their time, because they appreciate every second, and they definitely want their women to be productive and active. I know that, you know, in Western society, it's kind of all over the place. Forgive me, I'm wonderful, proud American, but I'm just saying we are a little bit all over the place, and I think that's why our guys are too. It starts, and I know it's going to sound crazy, but in my opinion, you know, the mother and the father need to be working together to raise their son to be a man. And especially the father has to have that that voice, but it has to be a reasonable voice to pass on the right type of knowledge to his son, to thus make him into the type of man that he is, or even a better man. Because, you know, every parent should want their child to be better than them.
Right. Yep.
That's where we're going to leave that with that. But that's why our men today is so hard. It's hard to find the right one.
I feel like I could talk to y'all all freaking night. This was nice. I really enjoyed having you with us, Lizzie. That was a
thank you. It was nice meeting you.
Yes, I cannot wait. I definitely will be reaching out again for my mom and stuff like that with the books, and we'll be probably approaching. I'll try to get it on the Kindle and see if I can stay awake.
Okay.
But yes, it's DeAja Marie. Thank you all so much for watching.
LeeLee, everybody, thank you for watching from her point of view. We'll see you next time.
Bye, Miss Lizzie Smith.
Bye. Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you, love. Until next time.
Until next time. Isaidit Management.
Yes. Once again, really quick too, if you guys want to be a guest on the show, make sure you email us herpointofview@aol.com. Also sponsors, you can use the same herpointofview@aol.com. Thank you all so much. We appreciate your support and cannot wait to see you all in 2 weeks.
Ciao, loves. Peace.
Bye.
Yo, let me give it to you right all night. No, we ain't never gonna stop. I never had it like this before. No, gotta keep it together. Yeah, that's right. It's a real white. All night tight.
I'ma take you somewhere, sweet delicious Hostess. Only you, I'm so gifted. See the fun all the ways.
And I swear, him and his guitar player were trying to get me to the after party, but I said, I'm a good girl. I ain't gonna do that. I'm sorry.
She said, I know what's happening there. I'm going to stay home.
You don't know what kind of stuff they gonna do. You know, I might have to whoop up some wind chum. That's on that.